Yeah, I think for sure he's the king of Norway. We couldn't know he was going to be the Jimi Hendrix of snowboarding.
Not really. My girlfriend knows a lot about music.
You just need to have that sense of craziness.
Do you remember when the turd was known as the hawk?
Terje Haakonsen.
How many years have you been riding for?
I'm riding 3 years.
How did you start snowboarding?
I buy the board.
You buy a board? Hey, how much training do you do?
I don't know.
What do you think of the attitude of snowboarders in general?
I don't know.
Is there anything you know?
No.
Did you go to school?
No.
What's your goal?
Get a car.
He used to be called the hawk because he soared over all competition. These days, he's just a turd. No, just kidding.
Where do you think the sport's gonna go?
It's gonna go far.
It's gonna go far?
Your Royal Highness, still wonder why this war is being fought. Let him
Having a world championships in snowboarding at this stage is really important for the sport. You know, getting the top riders involved in their own world championships.
I think Terje hasn't gotten enough recognition because he's kept that torch high throughout decades, and you know, after being the biggest snowboarder in the world for decades, and he never let go of that torch. And then when the corporate money came in and the Olympics and everything, he just really stuck to his guns, and it's just, the guy is a hero.
I think action sport is a different thing from general sports, you know, and I know there's corporations and federations that wants to take over that because they see all the commercial interest that it brings in from action sport.
He's taking snowboarding home to Norway, and he's taking snowboarding back to the roots, back to what the riders want. And he's always been on the side of the sport versus the side of the money and the power. It's going to be a very special, magic event, both for snowboarding and for rock and roll.
I think the connection between you know, board sports and music is because kind of like in a way the same culture. Like, you know, we started off with not having any coaches or parents telling us what to do.
As you know, there's a strong historical bond between skateboarding and punk rock.
The original skateboarders, like the Dogtown scene, that had some outlaw character to what they were doing that really fit well with the rock and roll ethos.
I guess it's just started on the beach from surfing, you know, always having the guitar there.
Surfing is I guess it's like a symbol of Western individualism or something, and freedom, which is also two very like rock and roll values.
When you have good music in your ears, and you might ride better.
there's just something about Turbonegro that goes really well with the nature of the sport. You got the attitude and the energy, and maybe some flamboyant elegance or something.
Terje has always invited us to come play at the Arctic Challenge events in Norway, and that's been a big deal for us too, because so many of these really top big name snowboarders are so big fans of the band, and we don't know who they are, but we kind of hang out.
If I'm going to play a solo or walk on stage with Turbo, it's really important for me to be in the right mood and have my head in the right place to do it. You just need to have that sense of craziness. And I think that sense of craziness you can hear in Turbonegro's music, and that's something the riders need too, to perform.
I wanna get it on, right, on, right, on, right, on, right, on.
Do you want to run us through that run, Andy?
All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead.
Well, we reunited now with the legendary Tony Sylvester on vocals, the Duke of Nothing. We've only played one show this far at the Turbojugend fan club convention in Hamburg, and it was just amazing.
Tony Sylvester, he's bringing something on board that wasn't there before, and the reaction so far has been really positive all over. I think just finally the band is just really living up to its potential.
City, city of Satan. City, city of Satan.
It's the first time we play in America in about 3 or 4 years, and I know a lot of old fans are gonna show up for that, and we're so huge fans of Andrew WK.
We know Andrew WK from the past. He came by our studio when we were recording our last record. He's a fan and a friend of the band, and he also has this sense of like part intelligence, part craziness, part energy thing that Turbo can really relate to.
Andrew WK is a guy who'll write the anthem for the championships, and it'll sound like the national anthem of the biggest, most rock and roll nation in the world. And at the same time, he'll perform the anthem, and he'll also hold a speech before and after the anthem that'll make people start crying and go set cars on fire. So he's kind of this ultimate. He's kind of like the president of the universe, and for this week, he'll be the president of the World Championships here in Oslo.
Playing at his party, that's just the best surroundings I could think of for a Turbo show.
Love that bathroom. Wait, what are you doing in the green room? The show's about to start. Come on, it's time to go. Tyler is straight out of Carrollton, Georgia. He's got 18 years and style on his side.
It's going to be really cool to finally play at his club, because we heard a lot about Santos Party House, and it was voted the best live venue in New York City.
Go, 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 rolling like a lion. Go, 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 shining like a diamond. Go, go, go.
I'm eager to say that it's going to be the best Turbonegro show ever. I mean, the one we played this summer, that was at least the best show we played for a long time.
Conquer the world, roaring like a